Lord, I got a question for you. I've come to ask. Why the hell does this movie exist? Yeah, I can tell by looking at you. You don't fucking know either.
Hey, top of the morning, guys. So, The Exorcist Believer came out last year and it was directed by David Gordon Green. And it was released to a not so appreciative fans, and for the right reasons. This was basically just a cash grab, as all this was just a cash grab. Now, there were some okay things about it, but the negative way overshadow any form of positivity in this movie. Like, the cinematography is really good. I have to give it props for that. The acting from the girls, the two main girls, top notch. Great acting from them. And so, anyway, we shall run a quick summary of the movie. So, it starts off with a woman giving birth, and as she does that, the building collapses and she passes away, but luckily her baby survived. And we cut 2 years later, and that baby is one of the girls, one of the two girls, Angela. And they both run away into the forest in hopes of doing some kind of ritualistic thing where she can talk to her mum, from the other side. And they go missing for a while, and they come back and they're found in a barn. And yeah, so the movie basically takes on from there. They get tests, and slowly it's revealed that they're possessed by demons and stuff. And so yeah, but anyway, so the standout to this movie, like I said, is the cinematography. The cinematography is really good. It's proper, decent. The lighting, everything, and positively, I think that's all I've got. What do you call him? Leslie Odom Jr. He did an all right job acting as well. Now for the negatives. The jump scares in this movie literally had me laughing. There was one jump scare, and it was where Angela was turning the light off in the bathroom. Off, on, off, on. And, her dad comes in and he turns off, says, "No, babe, no, go to bed. Come on, I'll take you in." Tucks her in, goes back, and the lights go off. And while he was chatting to her from the other room, and then the light comes back on, he turns it back on, she's just suddenly there. And she's like, "Did you say something?" It was so goofy and so stupid. It was like, am I supposed to find that scary? Was that meant to be like, oh my god? No, it was just so dumb and stupid. And practically every other scary scene from this movie, if you watched the trailer, you've seen every single jump scare in the movie. Like, you've seen the one where she bangs the window, which is a good scene. That would have been a good scare, I think, if they didn't give it away in the trailer. I think that would have caught people off guard. But because you saw it coming, no scare, so you expect it. And, like, as I said, the girls' acting is far from what's wrong with this movie. They do their best for what they're given. And Do you remember in the original Exorcist, whenever, you know, the mom was going around and she was trying to figure out what's going on, and they were going through tests with the doctors, and it wasn't until like over halfway into the movie when they even flirt with the idea that this could be a demonic possession. This movie pretty much dives into it. They do a couple of like doctors' checks and stuff, and of course, the first thing they assume after they're found is, you know, they must have been, sexually, abused or something. So they run through all them tests first and stuff. But after that, they pretty much jump into demonic presence. There's a line that the mom gives, and it cringed me the fuck out. It was basically, what was it? Yeah, opened up. I actually have it wrote down here. Opened up to some unholy communication. Or unholy connection. That's what it was. Opening up to some unholy connection. And it was said in such a like positive manner that you're like, why? Why did you say that? What parent says that? You see your kid being weird and you throw that shit at it. It's just not believable. It doesn't have the same impact. It doesn't hit as hard as the original did. Whenever you saw the mom realizing this, and you really saw, and you fed into that, story because you were invested, and you know that, you see how much the mom is suffering through it, and then you get like, there's no big silly lines, and it's just her desperate seeking for help and going to priests and stuff, and and you could tell this was a David Gordon Green movie. I'm just surprised nobody was shouting, "Evil dies tonight." I'm so genuinely surprised by that. But, oh God, no. So, Leslie Odom's character was all over the place. I mean, his daughter's missing, and, there were a few, like I said, he did act pretty well, but his character is just like lashing out at everybody. And then a quick listening to a nun talking about certain things, and suddenly he's like, "You're right, it's demons. We should all unite." It's like, how do you go from swearing at this person to suddenly being the gospel? It is just so far fetched. It wasn't well pasted. They pretty much just wanted to get straight into the demon stuff. So they were putting everything. Yeah, right. Yeah, we have this here. But anyway, just get this out of the way and then get the good shit. Yeah. Sometimes the build up is more important than the actual event. So, and then, oh Christ, the return of Ellen Burstyn. If I had to sum it up in one word, disrespectful. I mean, they did her dirty. They really did this actress dirty. And obviously she didn't want to come back. I mean, she already said that in a book before this movie even came out. I didn't want to do it. They kept pestering me and pestering me and pestering me and hiring the money. The money went up and up until eventually I said, right, fine, yes, I'll do your movie then. And you could tell, you could see that she clearly did not want to be there. It was pretty obvious. But she did whatever she could with the script that she had. But if you took her out of this movie, it would still be the same fucking movie. No different, with or without her. So, why was she in it? Fucking hell. So annoying. They obviously tried to try and re-get the success that they had from Halloween 2018, bring it back. Jamie Lee Curtis, Laurie Strode, and this is the big, comeback and original legendary characters. It didn't work. I mean, Jamie Lee Curtis had a lot of say in the Halloween franchise, in the trilogy. And, it shows like if Ellen Burst really was invested, if she really, really wanted to, she could have jumped in and said, "Bro, no, that's not going to happen to my character. Not like that. No, this is what I think. I think this character should be like this, that. I think this should happen to my character." If you want, now, the director might not listen to that. Fine. But you can just tell she was like, "Yeah, I'll do. Yeah, if you want me to get stabbed, yeah, cool. In the hospital, awesome." you know. But yeah, she comes completely wasted and she throws out the stupidest fucking line ever. When Leslie Odom confronts her and talks about Regan and her possession. Now, we all know, anybody who's watched the original Exorcist knows that she wasn't in the room at the end during the exorcism when the two men gave their lives for her daughter and literally died for her daughter to save Regan. She was outside the bedroom and she throws out the stupid fucking line. I don't know what happened in that room. Maybe it's because it wasn't part of the patriotism. Some stupid fucking line like that. It's so out of character. Again, if she cared about the character, and you would think that she would look at it and go, "Why would I say that? These men gave their lives for my daughter. Why would I say this?" But again, didn't give a fuck. She just wanted to get in and out. And, fair enough, I guess. But to even give her that line is just, why? It's so just, it's like, I don't know, trying to retcon what happened in the original. And saying that Reagan doesn't talk to me anymore because I made a book about all this and she hasn't spoke to me. It's just not believable. I mean, yeah, it is, but it would have made more sense if you had just said, "Reagan and me don't talk anymore because every time she looks at me, she's traumatized by the events because she's reminded." That's more believable than whatever the fuck we got in this movie. This movie pissed me off. Can you tell? So, then you get all the silly little jump scares, which we've already talked about. And then comes to the end, which is what we're all here for. The Exorcist. The exorcism, right? That's what we're all here for. This is the big money shot. And it's fucking stupid. you have the whole neighborhood, the whole estate gathering around these two girls and praying and fucking ringing bells and stuff, and without a priest. Then the priest does show up. He sits in his car, he refuses to go in. He says, I can't do this exorcism because I'm told by the higher ups I can't do it. So he sits in his car. Then he decides to go in, says a couple of prayers, and he gets his neck snapped. He's like, which it didn't even have an impact. Do you remember when the priest died at the end of the first Exorcist? The first priest that died, the old guy? And it was like, oh my God, this is shocking. And in this movie, it's just like, oh, well, he's dead. Because it doesn't have the same impact. It's disappointing. So then you get to the conclusion that the demon says that only one girl can live and one has to die. Now pick. So they start fighting, and the parents are trying to, of course, fight for their daughter. Obviously, I mean, I was genuinely waiting for one of them to say, "No, save your daughter, not mine." But then, realistically, no parent's going to say that, no matter what's going on in front of you. So at least I'm glad you didn't go that route. So overall, one dies and they live happily ever after, apparently, because this was intended to be the start of a trilogy, which isn't going to fucking happen now because David Gordon Green has left the project. And so, yeah, it's been handed over to a different director. which I'm not even excited about because looking at the state of this fucking movie, you know, The Exorcist in general should never have been a franchise. It should have been a one and done. That's it. Same as Jaws. Should have been a one and done. Even I'd argue and say Halloween should have been a one and done. They keep milking the fuck out of these franchises. And it just goes way downhill. So I don't know what to feel about the next Exorcist movie coming out. It's confirmed, it's in development. But I don't know what the fuck to think. But this movie has no reason to exist. It added nothing to the lore. If anything, it tried to retcon and disrespect everything that was amazing in the original Exorcist movie. This just tried to fucking... Oh, it angers me even thinking about it. But, yeah, so hit or miss. Hard fucking miss. Skip the fuck out of this movie. It doesn't deserve your view. It really doesn't. It's bad. It's rough. I haven't seen one comment online or met anybody yet that say they enjoyed this movie. Not one. Now, as I said, there are some cool scenes, like the church scene, which you saw in the trailer anyway, so fucking righto. That was a cool scene. Like I said, hitting the window, which would have been a cool jump scare, but they gave it away, like they gave every fucking thing away in trailers. That's why I don't watch trailers anymore. Fuck trailers. So yeah, guys, if you're thinking about watching this movie, or if you're even flirting with the idea of it, if you have to, it's on Now TV currently. But if I were you, don't miss. Just leave it. Just instead go and watch the original again. That's it. So, long rant over. Oh god. So, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I wholeheartedly appreciate it, and I appreciate you, all of you. And I'm going to be reviewing all of the Exorcist movies, so I'm going to jump back to the original Exorcist after this. And yeah, go through the whole franchise. So if that's something you think you might be interested in, stick around, hit the subscribe button, and yeah, stick around and we can talk about it and experience it all together. So let me know in the comment section below, what did you think of this movie? Did you watch it? And if so, what did you think of it? I'm really curious. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys, and as always, don't kill anyone.